What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dubs Oriented here. I know it's been a while since I've posted. I apologize for the delay. I've been really sick as of recently, so I just haven't been able to post. But yo, what's up, everyone? I have a new video for you guys today. Today I'm going to be discussing this manga that I just discovered. Even though it's been published a few years ago, I just want to get back to talking about it because not a lot of people talk about it enough. And yeah, let's get into it. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. So the manga that I want to introduce to you guys is called Dororon, and it's this manga that came out in 2021. And the creator being Gen Osuka, who has actually done previous works from Fantasies, which was a manga series published in 2019, and another one called Golem Hearts, which was published in 2017. So this illustrator has some experience, and he does have some other stories in his bag. So make sure you guys check him out, because his stories are, even though I haven't read them personally, just check it out, because if it's anything like this one, I know you guys will enjoy it. So I just want to give a brief description on what the story is actually about. The genre being urban fantasy, which is basically a genre that I really do enjoy in anime, because it's just really interesting just seeing like magical concepts but in like a modern day society, like Jujutsu Kaisen and like just other shows like Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, just like all the shows that we're used to in shonen. And it's no different. It's basically no different, and that's what kind of caught my attention to this new manga, is because it's an urban fantasy anime, or manga, my bad. It's a urban fantasy manga. I'm kind of used to that like genre of manga, so that's why it kind of attracted me to. That's why it kind of attracted me. So yeah, it's really like familiar. It's really like similar to like all these other big urban fantasy anime and manga that we know and love today. So that's what kind of drove me to it. And I also just want to enlighten you guys on the manga itself. Yes, before I start, I do want to say that there are some backlash to this manga, and basically how it's too straightforward and it's like too generic, but it's more of a subjective thing, whereas it's not really objective. People are always going to have their opinions on a certain piece of work, so I'm not gonna like sit here and say like you guys shouldn't agree or shouldn't have your own opinions, but just read it on your own, and if you enjoy it, great. If you don't, I can completely understand. You don't have to read it because I'm suggesting it to y'all, but if y'all really do like it and really do enjoy it like I do, then that's awesome. But if you guys don't, it's also okay. Everyone has their preference, but we know like this manga, it kind of didn't do so well as it was coming out, because of its straightforwardness and how it was basically too similar to like these big urban fantasy mangas, and people just really thought it was like a copy and paste of all the other like manga series out there. But to me, it was a lot different. The concepts, the power system, it was just kind of unique to me. So I didn't really have that same opinion or that same attitude going into this like manga. So I was really enlightened. Even though I did hear about it, I didn't really care, because I still wanted to give it a try. And this is just me. This is just going off of me reading the first chapter. I'm not caught up. I'm just starting the manga, but just from the first chapter alone, I could say with confidence that this manga is definitely a good read, and I highly recommend it. But enough of me rambling and yapping. I just want to give a brief background first on what the story is actually about. So it's about a main character named Dora Sasaki, who is your like typical, strong, no BS type of character, because he actually grew up knowing how to fight, being from like a tough neighborhood. He just kind of had hands for everyone, so he was always good at fighting. And he basically made a promise to his mom, who passed away, and he made a promise to her saying that he will make his life meaningful, and he will kind of fulfill that purpose in his life that he always promised his mom that he would do, which already starting off the bat is pretty interesting, seeing that Dora has that sense of like responsibility, and he has that goal instilled in him still, even after the situation that's going on around him. He still has that goal to like succeed and to make his mom proud, which is really cool in my eyes, because it's like kind of relatable, because everybody wants to make their parents and like family proud, so it's kind of cool seeing that. And so yeah, we see that he is actually trying to apply for a position in the Izanagi Force, which is basically an anti-Monoke special defense corps, and the members of this group are samurais that are responsible for eliminating Monoke. And these Monokes are basically like cursed spirits from Jujutsu Kaisen. They're like kaiju from Kaiju number 8. They're basically like just demons and monsters that go around terrorizing like humanity. Your typical stuff. And it is said that you need in order for you to even enter the Izanagi Force, you would have to take the entrance exam, which requires one to take a blood test and do their blood mixing with a special compound. This process is used to assess their supernatural energy level. And so, relating to Dora, he actually took this blood test when applying or registering for the entrance exam, and his blood test actually came out that he had very little to no supernatural energy, and so he was just immediately like rejected due to his low supernatural energy. And he just thought that he could kind of make that up through his physical stats being absolutely insane, because like I said before, he is a good fighter, and so his physical stats are like above average, and it's pretty decent. And it's actually even superhuman, because as he's going to take the blood test, he's standing online, and it seems like this big guy just cuts him, it just cuts him, because he, after he gets the result of the blood test, he actually wants to go back again. Comedically, when the proctor says that he can't come back, but he wants to go back, but then the guy kind of cuts him before he could even do that. And he just showcases his physical strength, being able to lift this dude up. And mind you, this guy is like 8 feet tall. He's like built like a sumo wrestler. So it's just insane that this thick dude is able to literally pick him up like a piece of paper, which just showcasing his level of strength, So it's just absolutely insane. And so yeah, as the boy Dora is rejected, he is told that he will never be a samurai, and he will never make it to the Izanagi Force. And so as Dora is walking away from the office, he is kind of reminiscing on all the times he's had with his mom, and we're kind of put into a flashback where he is telling his mom that he'll become a samurai since he's not good at anything else. And as my boy is walking, he ends up seeing this girl that's in danger. Not really in danger, she calls out to him for help. And he comes to rescue her, and he sees a Monoke, and he ends up meeting a monster-like creature that is fighting the evil Monoke. And this other Monoke is actually really nice and tiny and genuine in the fact that he also wants to rid the world of bad Monoke, similar to humans, and also bad humans at the same time. And so through their new bond, both Dora and this nice Monoke kind of join forces temporarily to defeat this Monoke, or at least save the girl. And it seems that like both Dora and the Monoke kind of share a similar bond, wanting a world like full of peace and wanting to protect humanity from like evil Monoke creatures and stuff like that. So they kind of share in the same goals and the same prospects. And we are put into another flashback where Dora would tell his mom that he would become a samurai because of how his father died to a Monoke, and that he'll make the world a better place. And it kind of shows why Dora has like why Dora despises Monoke, because his father was literally killed by one. So it kind of makes sense how from Dora just doesn't really, he's never been a fan, and that kind of fuels him more to become a samurai, to basically, avenge his father, and to like just defeat Monokes out there, so that nobody would ever experience what he had to go through as a kid, which is just really sad. And we're back in the present time, and Dora is trying to fight back the memories, and he is convinced that all Monoke are bad, no matter the fact that this Monoke is saying what is actually like music to his ears. And so the Monoke approaches Dora, and he ends up making his way to a nearby school where he is attempting to capture some kids regarding the Monoke. But then the boy Dora pulls up with a slash that is able to cut off the Monoke's arm. And we see that the good Monoke, the cute one we were talking about before, is able to shapeshift into a sword that is burning with supernatural energy. And that through his strength, Dora is able to use it effectively. And through their teamwork, they are able to one-shot the evil Monoke. Afterwards, we see the two bond where they share each other's like name, and we see that the name of the Monoke is actually Kusanagi, and that's how the chapter ends. So a little like review. Yeah, as I said before, this story is like really good. It kind of reminds me of the whole situation with Chainsaw Man, and how our main character Denji met Pochita, and how he basically was able to bond with him, just because, not really met, because Pochita and Denji have been together for a long time, but it seems like Denji and Pochita's like bond grew stronger. And so it kind of reminds me of that situation, how like, a human is kind of able to bond with like a creature that actually, comes from the enemy forces, or that's actually stems from the very same thing that the hero, the main character, is trying to defeat. And so we see that Dora and Kusanagi actually create a bond, and they start like developing like kind of respect for one another, just due to their resolve of wanting to like, defeat and like get rid of all the evil Monoke and also human out there, which is just really cool. So yeah, man, this story, first chapter alone, it's a really decent story. I definitely recommend it a lot, because you get a lot of action, not really a lot of action, but you do get some like cool looking panels and graphics stuff like that. Yeah, his art style, Gen Asuka, it reminds me more of like it kind of reminds me of like early JJK. The art style kind of reminds me of early JJK, in combination with like My Hero Academia just come together. So it kind of reminds me of the art style. So the art style is actually really cool, really dope. I really do enjoy it. I really do like it a lot. And yeah, man, I hope I said a lot. I hope I made you guys, or at least I hope I'm kind of made you guys consider checking this new manga series out. I know this is like the first chapter I'm going off of, but trust me guys, this one is actually a good read. I'm definitely going to make more videos on this series in the future. Yeah, man, so if you guys have anything y'all want to say, please make sure you guys comment down below. Please, I really do want to hear if you guys enjoyed the manga, or if you guys recommend it. If anything you want to say, bro, please just comment it down below. If you didn't like the manga series, if you liked it, please, I just really want to know down below. And make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Once again, I do apologize for not uploading. I've just been really busy with school, and I just haven't been feeling well for the most part. For the past few days, I've been pretty sick. But yeah, I hope I can like, pump out more content for you guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.